Hey guys, I know this is more of a rapid stream thing. I just kind of popped up here. I didn't give you guys a new warning that I was coming up. But UST, the stablecoin, is actually crashing once again. If you guys look at the 5 minute chart, we managed to hold for a little bit here. But ultimately, UST is down to 86 cents. This means Luna may have to sell the rest of its Bitcoin off, and that may lead to a major crash pretty soon. So I'm just going to be live for the next bit of time so we can kind of watch all this stuff play out, okay? Um, Let me see if I can move all this stuff off of here. Might make it easier for me. Move this Bitcoin thing over here as well. I know it's probably not going to be populated for a few minutes here, but let's see. A few different things here. Right here. Share live stream. All right, and let's see right here, Bitcoin. There we go. All right, I think there we go. Okay, that's fine over there. That's fine right here. My thing. Oh, there you go. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey everybody, just another one right here. Hey Teaser, I know, right? Well, Teaser, look at this. So we talked about UST. UST's crashing. A stable coin's down. It just went down to 83 cents, 0.832. So the Luna stablecoin is crashing again. That may cause Luna to have to move the rest of their Bitcoin out of their wallet. They moved out 42,000 Bitcoin earlier this morning. They just put back 28,000. They may have to remove this Bitcoin and sell it in order to get funds to prop up their stablecoin. If that stablecoin goes down, there's going to be a lot of pain. And again, how much money is involved in that stablecoin? Let's see right here. Oh, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain. Let me know if you guys see any problems. Right now, I think my speed is fine here. Ookla speed test. Probably because I've been streaming so damn much. The Xfinity is like, dude, stop streaming here. Let me just do a test very quick. Speeds on the download side seems to be fine. I'll wait for the upload speed here very fast. I just want to make sure that YouTube's not, I'm not being throttled here, basically. I would hate to be talking and then all of a sudden you guys are just seeing me glitch in and glitch out. Here we go very fast. 30. Okay, now we're fine. Okay. YouTube's just trying to make me feel crazy. But yeah, so all of a sudden we did have that tank, and this tank is directly correlated to the UST right now. Again, this is a stable coin. This is a stable coin, and it's being sold off. A run on the bank, so to speak, and there's nothing we can do about it right now. Only people that can fix this up are Luna, and right now, there's a full-on panic for Luna right now. Full-on panic. Luna right now is back. Luna right now is down 36%. Luna's looking really, really bad. Here's Luna for us. There you go. Here's the 5 minute chart. Luna's end up taking another dip down as well. Even though Bitcoin's been holding since the drop, Luna's crashing because the stable coin that they have is crashing quite a bit here. One of the other things we may look at here pretty soon is let's see. There was that guy that we just looked up here. Oh, Doe. Yeah, here we go. Deploying more capital. He hasn't replied since then, or he hasn't tweeted since then. Luna's on a rocket ship right now, guys. You got to be careful with Luna. This is a stable coin, and it's trading like in every other coin right now. So, but it's only going down. So, I'll be live here. We can talk a little bit more. Bitcoin's trying to hold right now. I saw something interesting a while ago. Crypto longed. I forgot where his thing was. Yeah. This guy longed. He has like 900,000 followers. He longed at 30,500. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. 30,500. The price of Bitcoin right now is 30,800. So he's up about $300 profit. So a little teeny bit profit so far since he managed to buy back in here. But guys, yeah, I'm just going to be streaming for most of the day here. I'll probably make some tea. I'll probably be hopping on and off. Well, not hopping off, but like, just to go grab some hot water. Bitcoin's in a bind right now. I thought we might have found some type of consolidation, but the fact that USTD is still having so many issues, look at that. It popped. There's so much volatility here. Everybody's panicking. And unless Luna is able to fix that right now, you're going to see a big problem coming out here the next few hours, unfortunately. So, kind of this could overpower any hold that the traditional stock market may have with it. So let me get rid of some of these other things up here, right there. I got a whole bunch of different freaking tabs open. I need to get rid of a lot of them. Okay, but here we talked about this a while ago. For everybody that just kind of joined on the stream, so they pulled out 42,000 Bitcoin, 42,500 Bitcoin to help keep this stable. And again, we were talking about this back over here, right? This is a 1 minute chart, way back over here. Remember, we had a little bit of a pop and a drop. We were talking about this back over here. And since then, they put back another $28,000 of Bitcoin. So they only needed part of it, right? I thought they would have enough capital. So like, okay, if they're putting money back in here, they have enough to keep everything stable. But apparently not. It freaking still crashed. And how bad is this? Look at this. Again, this is a stable coin. This is a stable coin. It's supposed to be at $1, but it just dropped within the last few minutes. It dropped all the way down to 82 cents. That means, imagine you have a stable coin. You guys have like a UST or something like that, and it drops 18% without even understanding why. 18%. What are you going to do? You're going to probably freak out. What can you do? I have no idea what the legal things are. Luna might be hit with a lawsuit because of this. I mean, this is atrocious right now. Freaking atrocious. So, you know, this is going to be kind of a waiting game for us to see if they can get their act together. You're seeing Bitcoin and Luna pretty much go hand in hand because you're hoping that the Terra, you know, the UST is going to be able to hold right here. That's the real big goal at this moment in time, unfortunately. If it can hold, awesome. If it can't hold, you know, then we go sub 30,000, most likely $28,000 before the end of the week is over. And then from there, we either drop like a rock or we can try to find some type of support in time for the CPI numbers to come out. But, you know, that's kind of the thing, the reason why I ended up jumping back on here. It's definitely been a long day, guys. A long day. And hey, you're watching. Can't say you didn't warn us. Exactly. Well, you know, I give you guys my opinions all the time. I trade for a living, so of course I'm going to have better technicals than a lot of other people. But this is just kind of a rough time at the moment because of that, we broke down below a small pattern. So like on the Bitcoin chart here, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But again, these small moves are kind of just little tiny indicators of what could happen. Look at. We just broke down here. We're currently testing some resistance. We need to pop back above or we're just going to continue flopping down here. We don't want to flop, right? This little consolidation period right here, plus the end of the market day ending, gave longs a good opportunity here to buy, right? I told you guys if you wanted to buy, you guys could. I told you guys I wasn't going to buy just because I'm kind of ooed about the market right now. Well, I'm buying, but not for a day trade or a swing trade. I should say that. But the fact that Luna just started tanking over the last few minutes, that's what's driving Bitcoin down here, unfortunately. Right? And that's the major concern. If Luna can't get its act together, the entire Bitcoin market kind of falls apart for another nasty wave, if you will. But you know, it is what it is at this point, right? At least everything else is kind of moderated a little bit. But remember, there's even influencers out there like what I showed you guys right here, Crypto. He bought at a price of $30,500. It looks like he spent like $300,000 or with a lot of money. So like, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, right? Thousands of dollars. And then boom, now he's only up about, what did I say? 500, bad memory right now. Just so much work. 30,500. We're at 31,000. So he's only up a little bit right now. After all that little bit of a pop, you know, things are not looking too hot. It was smart for him to say, be careful, this is a risky one. Although I'm pretty sure he probably said that a few minutes after this one. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, guys. Let me know how you guys think this market's going to go out. I would love to hear you guys' opinions about where you think the floor may be. It doesn't have to be based off of technicals. It can just be a feeling. I don't care. Again, we've been talking about this. We knew this was coming, so I'm not going to really do the 5-alarm fire type of thing like most of the other crypto YouTubers. I'm letting you guys know we're in a bad spot. The fact that Luna is not doing good is not helping us out at all here as well. This Luna thing is the wild card, right? This Luna thing is the wild card. We know Bitcoin is already bearish, but the fact that a full-on stable coin cannot keep itself together, that's leading to a lot of people to freak out. And the reason people are freaking out, I guess you would say, is here. The crypto in question is UST, right? UST. So if I can just find this out right here, if I can just find it, Terra UST. The the market cap for this coin is 18 billion. For the stable coin, 18 billion, okay? What happens if there's a full panic and all 18 billion go away? Well, not all 18 billion is going to go away technically, but if there's a panic on that, then there will be another panic in the Bitcoin market. That'll be about the same as we saw today, which means altcoins coming down again and again and again. And even the altcoins I bought today, they might continue to drop down another 30, 40, 50%, maybe even more than that. As Luna kind of spoils the fun for everybody. Well, not even spoils the fun, just kind of speeds things up. I'm going to move my mouse. I'm going to be more in a reclined position right now. I'm tired. I don't need to be looking at my monitors left and right. You guys can see whatever movies behind me. Oh, Star Wars. They're on Kashyyyk. Yeah, you can see Wookiees getting killed and stuff. Let me move my little face, though, a little bit more. You guys don't need to watch the whole movie. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. There we go. Maybe a little right there. Okay. But yeah, I was gonna watch Star Wars. From the last time we talked, guys, I pretty much just flat out took a shower, got some breakfast for the first time in the morning, had another cup of tea, and fixed my nose up a little bit. So, here we are again with me looking a little bit more presentable and not just straight out of bed with dog hair all over my freaking face. But yeah, we're trying to pump up here. It all really depends on USTD. It looks like they have some ammo, but this looks so dramatic right now because it's a stable coin and it never does anything, right? But if you go over here, look at the last few hours, right? See this kind of working out. There's a few moves in here every now and again. This is fine, right? But if you before this drop, we're only going from like $1 to not even $1.01. Okay, not even $1.01. When we took a dip right over here a while ago, this was back in January of 2020, January 28th of 2022. We fell down to 98 cents. Okay, so throughout the whole last crash that we experienced, Luna only came down to 98 cents. That's actually a little bit bad. That kind of gave you a little bit of a red warning flag here. But overall, it was fine. Well, now that we're looking at it like this, again, we didn't even go up to $1.01. This was all within a dollar, just kind of ranging within that dollar range. Okay. But all of a sudden, because of the capitulation or not capitulation, the nasty moves we're seeing today, look at this. A stable coin went from a dollar to 98.55, right? So that's not too bad. Bad, but not too bad. But it broke down below pretty much a dollar, right? That's the bad thing. And then we got back up here for a couple seconds. And then now... and then we fell all the way down here throughout this process. So that's how, yeah. All the way to 82 cents. That means 18% of all the value just dropped out. Again, I would never trust this again. I would only trust this if they have if they can stay at a dollar range for a whole year. The trust of this coin is broken. The trust of this coin is broken going forward. Now, that means a lot of bad stuff is not, that means bad stuff for Luna here. But of course, we've already been shorting Luna for a while. It's just bad. So, we're kind of in this nasty pickle here. We'll figure it out. But for now, the danger for this is that Bitcoin has to come down more because of it as well, right? As long as they're able to try to put, which one was I just looking at here? Bitcoin, UST tether. I don't even remember which one I was looking at here. Was it this one? Yeah, there we go. That's might as well. Um, as long as we can try to hold here, we should be fine. But again, they removed about what do I want to say this is? My math is always bad. 12, 14, 14,000 Bitcoins out in order to help this out. 14,000 Bitcoin. That's quite a bit. It'll be another big warning sign if they have to pull back this last level of reserve they just put back in here. If they have to release the rest of that 28,000 Bitcoin, it'll be a ride to remember. I guess just like say that. But on the left side of your screen, you guys can see Luna. On the right hand, you can see Bitcoin. The real challenge for us right now is to not fall down below the 30,228 level or the low of today, which is actually gotta click on this first. $30,334.07 according to the Binance chart. Okay, move my thing up here a little bit more. That's really the big thing we're just trying to deal with at this moment in time. Oh, let's see. And hey, Robert, he's back. I know, right? Bad things keep happening in the market. Bad things keep happening. And that's the way it is. I had an opportunity to play with Loki outside too, so he was happy. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's probably chilling out and eating more toys. Hey, teacher, if I could, I would give UST some liquidity. Once they fix it, this literally easy gains. Exactly. But right now, there's so little faith that they're actually going to be able to get it back up to $1. That's how scary things are for Luna. They only have so much capital. If they run out of money to fund that account, it's going to be chaotic. And the problem, teaser, right now is imagine you've been using UST for a while, a nice stable coin, right? And it's always been around $1. No big problems, except for that one little dip to 98 cents. Besides that, no major problems. Well, let's say you have like $100,000 in stablecoins, right? Well, all of a sudden, within one day, over the last few minutes, you saw that the value of your $100,000 in a stablecoin go from $100,000 to $82,000 out of nowhere. Would you, when the price gets back up towards $1, would you sell it or would you just hold it there and believe that they have everything figured out? I think a lot of people are going to be so freaked out about that they're just going to say, whoa, if this is the higher we get up to $1, the more people are going to be selling off because the more people are just going to say, hey, I took a 10% loss on a stable coin. I need to get out of this now. And that may lead to a worse panic. And that's what they're dealing with right now. Remember, if we go back over here to the UST, when we were talking about this last time, before I took a little bit of a break, this is just a 5-minute chart, we saw this plummet. We were like, okay, let's see if I can bring it back up. Dump. We got back up here. Dump. It's starting to follow technicals. If this gets into a technical trading style, it's over, right? You don't want to see this happen because right now the bottom is falling off. Look at it. We got back up a little bit more. Dump. People are panicking right now. Up, dump, up, dump. People are in a full panic. And I can't blame them. This is a stable coin. Stable coins are supposed to stay stable. It's kind of like the trust you build up within a coin, right? A lot of us prefer Tether or a USDC. A lot of us have stable coins, right? Multiple stable coins out there. But if it's not keeping its word to us, it's not a really good sign here. And again, we'll have a good idea if the Luna guys are panicking, because what we'll have to have happen here pretty soon is they'll have to pull out the last 28,000 of Bitcoin. They already pulled out 42. They put back 28,000 after the first wave here, but now they pulled out the whole 40. They pulled out the whole 42,000 for this. Now we just had this. What do they do? I don't know how much money they've had to use so far, but if they have to sell more Bitcoin in order to cover that particular drop off on the stablecoin Terra, you're going to see Bitcoin's prices come down. And again, the moves that we've seen over the past few hours as far as longs, let me show you what those have been. Whale trades. So you've seen some good ones. So Luna shorted Yak. Yeah, surprise. When we go to longs. Bitcoin long 10 million. Bitcoin long 7 million. Bitcoin shorted. Is there any more Bitcoin longs? Just a few $1,000,000 there, okay? My main point, a few $1,000,000 kind of drove us up there. It was a nice little long position right there. Well, now, if they're taking out tens of thousands of Bitcoin, just a few Bitcoin will do the trick as far as pushing us down, right? That's what everybody's really worried about. High risk trades right now. But for the most people, if you guys manage to buy down here or even up here, most people haven't even hit their stop loss yet, because most people have a stop loss of the $30,228 or the $30,000 range if they bought anywhere around here, right? Or if we come back up a little bit more, maybe they'll just sell out to be just out of safety. But really, if you bought over the last hour or so, you're not going to be in too much of a panic here unless you're new to investing and you're not used to the kind of waves that we see during a volatile time. But for most part, it's just a crazy ride, and we're waiting patiently to see if they're going to be able to fix this stablecoin here. If they can't fix this, they're going to be forced to liquidate. And liquidation is a painful thing to experience. And again, Terra, $18 billion market cap. Wonder what people are saying on here. Relax, the algorithm will catch up with the market. Your money is safe. Yeah, right. So, yeah, you got to be careful. 18% down. Oh, this guy said it 3 hours ago. What was the price 3 hours ago? Let me go here. 1, 2. So that was only at 94 cents. I wonder how he felt after it went down to 82 cents. He was probably freaking out too, right? So yeah, it's just we're in a bind, folks. We're in a bind. I didn't see this bind coming with those stablecoin issues. I didn't see this coming. I just knew the technicals, everything was going to be coming down, right? But this Luna thing is a little bit of an X factor that we all need to be paying attention to. It's not as sunshine and rainbows on the way down as we might have thought. But again, there might even be a report. Actually, let me go over here. If I type in Luna, I know CNBC or somebody's going to be doing a video about this. Uh, CNBC, there you go. A 3.5 billion bet on a $3.5 billion bet on Bitcoin becoming a reserve currency for crypto is being put to the test, right? And the key points are crypto project Terra is buying billions in Bitcoin to support UST, a controversial stablecoin. Controversial, ooh, fancy word. Its creator, Dogecoin, believes Bitcoin can become the reserve currency of the Terra ecosystem. That belief is being put to the test as UST falls below $1 peg. Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to go into all this stuff. Okay, the problem is what we're dealing with right now, right? This assumes normal market conditions, says David Moreno Darkus, a research analyst at Crypto Compare. During periods of high volatility and one-sided buy-sell activity for UST, the above stabilizer may not be sufficient to maintain the peg in the short term. That's what we're seeing right now. There have been multiple instances where UST has decoupled from the $1 peg, raising concerns about its viability of its economic model, particularly in the situation where several people have tried to redeem their tokens at once. The latest challenge arrived over the weekend. Hundreds of millions of UST was sold on Anchor, Terra's flagship lending program, as well as Curve and Binance, resulting in accusations of a coordinated attack on the stablecoin. Well, yeah, this is a way to drop crypto. If the rich have a way to do it, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter how they do it. These markets are manipulated, and that's something we should all understand, right? Men will literally attack a stablecoin unsuccessfully instead of going to therapy, Do Kwon, the South Korean crypto entrepreneur who co-founded Terraform Labs, said in a since deleted tweet, right? So, they have the reserve currency. They're trying really hard, but this is yesterday. This was yesterday, and they said they were going to be able to deal with it, right? So, it doesn't look like they're dealing with it right now. Again, it's down 8% right now. It was down 18% just a few minutes ago. It's going to be a battle, guys. It's going to be one of those battles that we have to deal with and take it in stride. I don't have... Oh, I took a shower. I don't have my watch on. I've been liking wearing my gold watch even more and more. One of my friends said I should wear it more often because I paid for it. And I'm like, I have an Apple Watch that's dead in the back. So, I don't know why. But I have like a $500 Apple Watch that I don't use. But I have like a $500 like watch with like diamonds in it. And like I love it. I should be using the healthy Apple Watch because it can tell me when I'm exercising and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's kind of the buy-in and the problem we're in. If they can't stabilize things, the Bitcoin market's going to be very, very uneasy or the crypto market's going to be very, very uneasy until they do stabilize things. I guess that's a better way to put it. But let me know in the comments if you guys think that they're going to be able to stabilize it or how soon they're going to be able to stabilize it. Because I think if we didn't have that last drop few minutes ago, this is a minute chart, 1 minute chart. If we didn't have that drop 20-30 minutes ago, I think Bitcoin would have been doing much better, maybe even trying to get back above $32,000. I think that this is really screwing with us as far as the rebound is concerned. Everybody that just longed in right here, a lot of people just longed in at this zone, a lot. Like within this whole little zone right here, a lot of people longed in it. They're probably sweating a little bit right now. One of the big guys, what's his name? Crypto. We just talked about him a couple seconds ago. Again, he's buying off of this support theory, right? It's probably going to be a swing trade for him. Not a bad idea if you're going to be trying to play a pump after all this type of stuff. But there we go. He just bought a bunch of crypto right here at 30,500, and again, we're at 31,000. All those profits that he might have made up here, they've all been pretty much erased, and now he's almost back to being unch. Especially with all the fees you have to trade. The fees are going to kill him too. But that's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. Hopefully we can kind of get out of this mess for a short-term rebound. But the fact that Luna is messing up the entire market right now kind of shows you how crazy this whole situation is. And I'm enjoying it nonetheless, but it's just kind of crazy how bad everything has kind of turned out. Just because one stable coin couldn't keep its act together. Fear shopping. Hey, there you go. Cheers. Hey, Pinto Beans, my best friend from childhood is cousins with Hayden Christensen. I tried watching Star Wars, and either you love it or you have no interest. I tried but have no interest. I love Star Wars. I really do like it a lot. I've loved watching it for a long time. So what I've been doing over the last few days is I've been trying to watch a lot of movies in the background, or maybe just like after I'm done working and stuff. Um, and you guys know I spent a bunch of money off of that entertainment system back there. The TV alone is like $3,500. Uh, I've been all this new stuff on Disney Plus. It's all like 4K Ultra HD remastered, and so I'm watching all these movies which I've never watched in a long time in like 4K, and I'm like ooh ah, and I'm just like I'm reliving my childhood. So leave me alone, right? But it's definitely been fun to watch all that stuff. Like if you guys go and watch like Finding Nemo, did you know that each fish has a bunch of different scales on it? I never saw that on my old TV when I was growing up. I never saw any of that stuff. So being able to watch it in like Blu-ray, Ultra HD, with all the Dolby Atmos stuff, it's really cool, and I really do enjoy it. It kind of makes me understand how much more effort was put into the movie than I saw back when I was a kid. Um, when I was a kid, it was like, okay, this is cool. Graphics would be a little bit better, but that's just because I had a really crappy TV. I was poor growing up, right? Right. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man, that fish has like 1,000 scales. Oh, that fish has a bunch of scales right there. And I'm like, ooh. Even they did Monsters Inc. Even that's even better now. So I'm just reliving my childhood memories. You can't spend all day looking at the charts, even though I do. But I'm a YouTuber slash trader. Right? It's my job to look at charts every day. It's my job to kind of explain things to you to a certain degree, right? Um, is stuff coming down? Is this coming back down? It's still coming back down, guys. I'm being lighthearted about this, but this is actually pretty serious. It'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. I never got into this coin because I'm just a Tether guy through and through. Tether and USDC, those are the only two coins I trade because one's backed by Coinbase, the other one, Tether. It's the standard. Um, oh man, It's just not holding up. People are panicking. This is what you call a run on the bank. It really is a run on the bank. Uh, One last thing. I'm about to make a cup of tea here very fast, guys. I'm about to make a quick cup of tea. Basically means I'm going to boil water, then come back over here because it has an auto temperature timer thing for it. But here's the guy that started it. Study lads. So he hasn't tweeted. He hasn't tweeted since then. This is 3 hours ago. What's he gonna do? Hey, and thanks, Jordans. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but thank you for becoming a subscriber. I really do appreciate it, guys. It's hitting us hard. They have to figure out a way to get this settled. But again, we'll keep on checking all this stuff out. 28,000 Bitcoin back in the reserve wallet. If this drops back down to zero, then we know there's a real problem. Then we know there's a real problem going on. And then they have to, we may be going below $30,000 today when we might have just fallen down 10% and taken that as a big L for the day, right? For the shorts win, but, longs loss. Um, if we can't get this figured out, this is going to be bad. And now I look like a fool for selling 25% of my Luna short, right? I sold 25% of my Luna short about $46 average. $46 average. Now I started shorting it from like over $100, but still, I could be getting a much better deal for it right now. But honestly, guys, I made a bunch of money off of that Luna short today. Just the 25%. It's a doozy of a profit for me, so I'm not complaining too much. But like, I don't know how many people foresaw this becoming this bad for Luna and therefore this bad for Bitcoin. This could be the capitulation moment. It could come out of nowhere way before the 200 weekly moving average just because of all this crap that's going on right now, which kind of screws up my plan and I bet a lot of other people's plan. But again, just a quick little thing here. Luna's still, Terra's still coming down. We see Bitcoin right now. Look at the Bitcoin daily chart. We have a long candle, guys. We're not at capitulation long, but we're getting there. Let me make this a full screen for you. I know this might be hard for you guys to see, but bear with me. We're not at capitulation long yet, but we're like halfway there of what we might need to be. So, and we still have an hour and 29 minutes. So it doesn't look like we're going to capitulate today. It doesn't look like we're going to capitulate today, but it looks like it's coming soon. Again, look at this. Put this in hindsight here. Oh, I don't have the right chart up. Coinbase. There you go. There's the lines we did earlier. Let's remove those drawings. Let's move this down for the last few capitulations. Again, here we go. That's how high that capitulation level was. That's how high that capitulation level was. This capitulation level was right there. COVID. Back over here, capitulation level. We're still not even halfway. Close to halfway. But again, this is a pretty doozy of a ride. So we may be coming down a lot more over the next few days. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, obviously. But most people think, that maybe we might have a dip. I thought this too. Maybe we might have a dip if we come back down to 28,800. Well, there's an opportunity where we might actually go down below this, well down below this $28,800 level. If everything gets sorted off in the next few days, we might break it, come back up a nice rally, and then ultimately have a shoulder that really drags us down. And that's where we come into contact with the 200 daily moving average, or weekly moving average, which would be down here. So it's kind of changing up the day-to-day technicals with how much of a disaster this is turning out for Luna. Luna needs to fix it. They have an opportunity here, but you can see how Luna's prices right now are directly affecting what Bitcoin is doing right now. So people are panicking a little bit here. Not a major panic, but enough where people are getting worried. So if you were a Bitcoin bull, your priority would be to do everything you can to help UST, the stablecoin, stabilize, so to speak here. Let's see. Hey, Skills Based Gamer. What do I think about ATVI? I speculate a lot of bad news from the Call of Duty soon. A lot of lies on Earth, and they want to know your thoughts. Poor Microsoft doesn't know what they got themselves into. Um, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that market in particular with Microsoft and all those Call of Duties. I haven't played Call of Duty in a very very long time. I've always played Battlefield. That's kind of been my groove, if you will. But I've never played. I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. I guess if there's cheaters or something like that, it's going to be a problem. But I don't know how you can solve that. I really don't know how you can solve those types of problems. I have no idea how gaming works from a technical standpoint. I know stocks and crypto, sure, but gaming, I have no idea. I'd probably say be careful for Microsoft then. If they're not able to fix it, it may go on a loss, and then may hurt them during the next quarter's earnings. But for now, I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect on Microsoft's stock price. Maybe just move it down a little bit more than it otherwise might have been. Today, if you guys look at the market, it's been okay, well, let me go here. Okay, so two things. Maps, bloodbath. Microsoft was right there, but it wasn't really down too much more than anybody else, right? Facebook was down 3, Microsoft down 3.5, Apple down 3.5, pretty much. Google down 2, Nvidia down 9, right? So a lot of bad stuff coming here, but something I wanted to let you guys know about. It took a while for it to happen, but I'm happy it happened. I told you guys a few weeks ago, for about a month heads up, everyone, that Tesla was going down to 782 last week off of right? Tesla, off of this, and that's where the Fibonacci level is. So we're coming you guys can hear my moving average here. Most likely, guys, Tesla's going to be coming back down here to like this high 700s, maybe the low $800 range. Keep an eye out for it. This is where I'd be looking to buy. I found support before. We're looking for another breakout though, because the last breakout we had on the weekly chart, that was a beautiful breakout that returned a bunch of money. Hey. Okay, sorry. I put mute so you guys didn't hear the audio coming through my headphones. But yeah, so Tesla to 782. What the reason was that Fibonacci support level. But if you guys take a quick peek here at Tesla today, let me go back over here. I wanted that one. Tesla went down today at the low 783.85. So we're pretty much hitting on that support level. So maybe tomorrow we might have a rebound from to Tesla. Maybe that'll help out the entire market actually. But yeah, it's been pretty cool to see this kind of pan out the way it has. Oh, well, this is what the heck is this? This isn't Tesla. This is Tesla USD. TSLA. There we go. Sorry. There you go. A little bit better. Today it hit a low of 781. So it actually did hit 782. Hit right there. And maybe we might find some support there on the Fibonacci, which means maybe some of these other. If I can find them. There you go. We might find some other stocks out there that also have support levels right now as well. PM has actually been performing pretty well. I've been buying a little bit of that. But, stuff like Electric's coming down. Apple's right here at support. You guys can see that kind of support level right there. Microsoft at a level of support right here. We may have an opportunity to bounce tomorrow, and that may help out the Bitcoin markets, the crypto markets here. Netflix is still tanking. Netflix is done at this point. Tesla support. Nvidia getting closer to support. May have a bounce, but I think support for Nvidia is really at 161. Avgo kind of in this choppy range that we were back in here in November of 2021. Home Depot, again, it broke down below its support level a couple days ago. Friday, Sunday, it looks like. We have another one down here at 293. So we have it actually it bounced off of that today. So we might have found a little bit of a short-term floor here just so we can hold for a little bit before the CPI numbers come out Wednesday. So that may be what we're looking for. But again, if they can just fix their problem here as far as Luna with Terra, we can stabilize for a little bit before ultimately falling back down later on this week or maybe even next week. But if we can't stabilize, we may continue going down whether we like it or not, just because the raw power of just selling thousands of Bitcoin on the open market when nobody wants to buy Bitcoin right now, right? There's certain people buying Bitcoin, but not many. And that's why I want to keep track of this to make sure this stays at 28,000. If this goes back out, it'll cause another tank and probably freak people out even more. But again, no updates from the CEO or the creator. No updates as of yet, but still causing some chaos as we go over here and look at the tweets. Latest. Let's see. Tether is a scam. Wolf of Wall Street. Um, let's see. Yeah, here you go. Web3 launch. Okay, I don't know who all these people are, but yeah. 91 cents. It's supposed to be pegged at $1. Yeah, these pegs are not working out very well. Cracker Barrel. Oh man, but yeah, we're in a rough spot. But Bitcoin, I mean, again, if you bought Bitcoin over the last couple hours as we were down here, most likely you're still going to be holding it and just waiting for either your stop loss to hit either at the 30,228 level or the $30,000 level, and you're really hoping that Luna can really bounce up from here. Because if it doesn't, or excuse me, Terra really can bounce back up to $1 from here. Because if it can't, and we keep on having these problems, it's going to become worse and worse for us. All of this just pretty much started. The moment we lost being pegged was right here. Yeah. Early this morning is where we really started to fall from grace, so to speak, from Luna or Terra. I'm gonna make sure I just keep telling you guys different names there. But yeah, and that's what we're looking at. This is the 5-minute chart. We'll probably keep this here. For this one, we can just put Bitcoin back up. There's no real reason to have anything else here because we're not looking at this chart too much. But we got the volume there, so we got some really good volume, but not capitulation. Not capitulation just yet. Hey, we're watching good for you, Mikey. Does everybody, dude? Those Luna profits. Yeah. I got to figure out when I want to sell the rest of it. But again, now that I've sold off 25% of my Luna position, I now have a good profit out of it. Now, no matter what happens, I've made a bunch of money, like hundreds of percents over what I already thought I would make. Now that I see this unique problem to Luna and I already have a really good short on it, I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of wait a little bit longer than I otherwise would have. And separate of what any of my other Bitcoin positions are, I'm being more bullish on my bearishness of Luna because of their, what do you want to call that? I don't even know what you would call that. Being so bad at their jobs, inept, maybe. Being inept about running their stablecoin here. They should have had a plan for this. They should have had a plan, and they didn't. And well, if they had a plan, it was a really bad plan. I guess I should say that. The, I don't know. It feels like every time we have a major crash, there's somebody always shits the bed. Always. Last time around, you guys remember it was a bunch of different apps kind of crashing and crashing and crashing. Today, did I see much about apps crashing? I didn't hear much about apps crashing. They did a good job. Now it seems to be stablecoin here, and look, it's still trying to hold itself, but it's still falling here. I mean, like, here's 1 minute. Here's the 1 second chart for the stablecoin. It's still moving here, guys. it's not supposed to move too much. It can move up a little bit and down, but this is this is something we haven't seen really before in a while. In a while, and Luna has so much power because they have so much Bitcoin, which is why I keep on refreshing this page to see if they actually take out the Bitcoin or not. But it looks like right now they're doing just fine with it. And hey, Mickey Deer, happy to see you back as well, my man. Uh, And hey, Moonshine Fool, exactly. During the 2008, that bottom was also known as the 200 weekly moving average. We crept on it for a while, then we eventually popped back up. It'll give you a good buying opportunity, guys. A very, very good buying opportunity. If we make it down to the 200 weekly moving average, it may even go down below that. But if you buy there and just hold, looking back on it, like from a year from there, you guys will be much happier, much, much happier. But this cycle has been anything but boring. I tell you that. This has been absolutely insane, all because of this little guy, right? Let me put it back to the minute chart because I want to see minute by minute what's happening. Because it looks like we're slowly falling still, but you can tell they're trying to prop it up. But when they prop it up, people panic and they still trying to sell it. So right now, what you're seeing is a whole bunch of people that have UST panicking and they're just trying to find a way to get out of this with taking the smallest loss possible. But at this point, maybe they had some hope that maybe we would get back up there if we only dropped down to 95 cents or 92 cents over here. But now that we have the fact that we've dropped down to 82 cents, a stable coin dropping to 82 cents, people are more inclined to just say, whoa, 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 this is not what I signed up for. I need to find a way to get out of here extremely fast. And remember, it's not just average Joes like me and you who have money in stable coins. There are billionaires who have money in stable coins. There are millionaires that have money in stable coins, okay? So all of those people are all panicking at the same time. But for us, if we have a couple $100 in stable coins, like in this coin, and it falls down, we have $100 in it and it falls down 18%. Well, guess what? We just lost $18. We can get out of it and not be too mad about it. We can be upset about it, but we're not going to be freaking flailing. Well, if you guys have over $1 million in this stable coin and you just lost 18% of that, like that, what are you going to do? You're going to be pissed off and you're going to try to find some way to just get rid of it now because if this continues going down, the people that have money and tied into it are just going to lose everything, And again, it's the same as a run on a bank. We looked at that tweet earlier. It's a run on the bank here, and people are losing faith minute by minute until this gets back up to $1. Minute by minute, people are freaking out. They need to find a way to robustly just push this back up to $1, even if it means they have to bring it up to like $1.05 just to kind of get that huge swath wave just for it to crash back down. That's what they need to do. But it looks like right now they're actually unable to do so. Or they have a different philosophy of how they need to instill trust back into the coin. But I'd be doing something very robust at this point. I would not be lily dagging and letting it sit around 90 cents right now. That means the stable coin has lost 10% right now, down 10%. It's not something you really want to be part of if you're in the stablecoin market, right? But again, give it some time. We'll have to wait about this. It's just the fact that we're in a really bad spot, and a stablecoin crashing is probably not going to help the situation out very much. All right. And hey, Justin, why is everyone saying this is the bottom, Mike? For a couple different reasons here. So, first of all, a lot of people say this is the bottom because we've had a really bad day. A lot of the bulls need to save face right now because they've been saying this is the bottom, no, this is the bottom, no, this is the bottom, and they're kind of trying to find a next bottom. Another way you can think about it here, as far as the longs are concerned, or bulls, I won't say longs, the bulls. What they see right now is somewhat of a type of buying zone. So they see the support from last year's lows and the lows from early 2021. So lows from 2021 over here and the lows from the last summer of 2021. So what they see is this. If I can just get this open, there we go. So they kind of see, well, there you go. Kind of see this as a big old green buying zone for a bounce, okay? And that's not bad. Remember, we've been talking about we will need a little bit of a rally here soon. We can't just keep falling like a rock. After falling a good amount, we have to bounce back a little bit, even if it means the bounce is going to end up doing like this. Sure, but we still have to bounce. We're going to get into oversold territory here pretty soon. We're almost there on the weekly chart. Excuse me. But what's happening that's making all of this worse now because bulls are really bullish on this spot. They're incredibly bullish on this spot. Remember, we just talked about the search bar right there. MM Crypto just bought a bunch of Bitcoin at 30,500, a massive position, 30,500. But after all that, we're only at 31,200, and the reason for that is why we're kind of doing so bad right now is the stable coin here. People are panicking. And the reason people are panicking to why it matters to Bitcoin is what I'm trying to say here is the fact that these guys have a bunch of Bitcoin that they've been using, Terra, a bunch of Bitcoin to hold support here. Over the last few hours, they took out 42,000 out of this wallet in order to help prop up the stablecoin, right? They took it out. Well, let's actually look at the data here. 6:34 Universal Time. Oh, I don't even know what that is. A while ago now, though. A while ago now. Okay. Let's see. No, I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm not gonna try. A few hours ago, basically. Okay. And a few hours ago, they were taking all that 42,000 Bitcoin out because of this drop. Just this drop right here. Okay. Now, they managed to stabilize it back here up at 95 cents and managed to get back all the way up to 97 cents before getting pummeled again. And around this point over the last few hours, they actually put back 28,205 of the 42,000 Bitcoin they took out originally. This is their savings account, so to speak. This is their backup reserve account. After this, they don't have any more money. Unless they can take out private loans, which they can do. But I don't know if somebody would really want to be investing in something like this at this point in time during this bad market cycle. It just doesn't make much practical sense there, okay? But they put back in 28,000 Bitcoin. So now they feel kind of safe about it. But they felt safe, but all of a sudden, we go from up here about 95 cents back down to 82 cents, right? And now we thought we might be stable over here, and what do you know? We're still coming back down. So the stable coin is a massive route right now. Again, this is not supposed to deviate. It's not supposed to leave a dollar. It's a stable coin. This stable coin has a market cap of $17 billion. And not a few minutes ago, that stablecoin value was at $18 billion. It's fallen like a rock. And I don't know what they're going to be able to do to fix this situation here. I really, really don't. I have no idea how they're going to fix it. I thought they may do the robust method of just trying to overdo it, get it to like $1.01, $1.05. That way people feel confidence in it. And then from there, they just do everything in their power to keep that up. But it seems like they're trying to do it in a very micromanaging way here. And I just don't know. I mean, obviously it's not working. But what that's doing is it's causing a lot of harm to the markets. Here's Luna's price. Luna's going down. Bitcoin's trying to prop itself back up. But again, the fear for Bitcoin is the fact that if they have to sell the rest of this Bitcoin off, that's not the same as buying like shorting Bitcoin, where you're gonna have to buy it back after the end of after you're done trading, you buy it back, and it goes towards pushing the price back up. No, what's gonna happen is they're gonna have to sell it, which means there's no way you can short squeeze it back out. There's nothing like that. It's just gonna keep on going down. And again, I don't know what the legal things are for this one, but this is gonna hurt crypto as far as regulations. Regulators are going to be ticked off about this, saying, wow, if this can happen with UST, this can happen with Tether, this can happen with USDC. Oh my gosh, we might have to have more regulations on these things. So, a whole spiel I don't want to get into, but this is going to have large ramifications down the road that we're not going to, it's just going to be a pain for us down the road here. I'll leave it at that, though. But yeah, give me a second, guys, very fast. I'm just going to put my head off here for a second. And I'm going to go start boiling some water, so I'm going to have some more tea here. I need to drink teas to live at this point. All right, sorry about that. That was pretty fast. All I got to do is push a button, and it starts turning it to 180 degrees for my water. Oh, hello, boy. Um, so your question is it worth the risk to buy Luna now? Um, It's a really high risk at this point. I would like to see some strength first from the UST before I would actually buy Luna. Right now, I still have active shorts on the Luna market or on the Luna coin itself. I'm thinking we might still come down a little bit more here. Um, if you want to buy crypto overall, I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, hey boy, I think you're going to be just fine. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're going to be just fine if you buy crypto right now, or all right, hold on, I'm getting distracted by my dog. If you buy crypto right now, any crypto, you want to have a decent stop loss for it. Right now, if you're buying Bitcoin at $31,302, you want to have a stop loss around $30,000 or $31,000. I would say most likely $30,000, which means your stop loss for that position is going to be about 4%. So you're risking 4% for the opportunity that we're able to rebound here later on, right? If we break down below it, who cares? You took a small position, you took a small 4% loss, and you can move on. But if we manage to have a little bit more of a rebound, the Bitcoin may jump up like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% before ultimately coming back down, right? So that's what you're trying to do at this moment in time. But to be frank, the people that are really buying right here are not the people that are buying for spot trading on Bitcoin specifically. The people buying right now are going to be the people like Crypto, or people that have been trading for a while, and we understand how to do long trading, right, with leverage. This guy has a 9x on his trade, so for every 1% it goes up, he makes 9% profit. For every 1% we go down, he loses 1%. Okay, that's the problem here, and then we're still falling like a rock. They're not fixing it, and you see Luna's being hurt as well. Um, mm, 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 mm. So, yeah, it, it's anybody's guess if they can fix it right now. Right now, I'm just saying right now it doesn't look too good. You could buy a YOLO off of Luna right now if you did, but if I was buying Luna right now, I personally would not be expecting. I would not be trying to do anything day trading wise off of it, specifically because the whole thing that you're trying to trade right now, you're trying to hope that they can fix this. If they can fix this, Luna will skyrocket back up a little bit. If they cannot fix it, Luna may go to $30 before the day is over. That's how bad and important this is. And again, everybody's watching this. If they have to pull this money out, if they have to pull this out, that means they might have run out of the other 20,000 Bitcoin that they already had, right? And so that's the problem here. But from what I'm seeing, I don't think they've actually sold off much Bitcoin yet. So I think they still have a bunch of ammo. I think they're just hoping that this maybe just figure itself out over time. But I don't know their thought process. I really don't know how they're trying to do this. They're not going to tell anybody how they're trying to do this, because at this point in time, there are people trying to bring Luna down, it looks like. And it's a mixed bag, so to speak. Hold on, my hot water is done boiling. Let me go grab it very fast, guys. All right, sorry about that. Um, Let me sprinkle some sugar in my tea. A little spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. All right, there we go. Let me stir it up a little bit, actually. Loki, do not go towards the boiling water, dog. Um, but yeah, that's kind of sums up the situation we're currently in. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me see it here. Hey teaser, do Kwan hitting a lick, cough cough rug pull? I mean, they have enough Bitcoin to cause Bitcoin to go down another few percent and go crashing below 30,000. But if I'm him, and I'm thinking about this, and I'm trying to be as nitty gritty about the finances as possible, and you're trying to be as safe as possible, but at the same time, well, not safe, but you only think about profit in this circumstance and not losing as much money as possible. If I were him, this is what I would do from a practical businessman standpoint. I would have that Bitcoin on standby. I would only be selling enough, just as much as I need, in order to try to safely prop up the coin as best I can right now. understanding that that's going to be a hard thing to do. From then, I'd be hoping that if I'm able to buy enough time with the Bitcoin I have, Bitcoin may be able to go back up towards $33,000, which may slow down the selling pressure of UST, right? If UST is going back up bit by bit, then I can use more capital that I might have on the sidelines to help boost it back up towards a dollar. Then after that, I'd replenish the reserves for UST to make sure that this doesn't happen again. But at the same time, would I have enough capital to do that? It's going to be a hard thing for him to manage right now just because of how bad the market is. If Bitcoin does manage to go down below $30,000 today, there's a good chance that Luna, again, UST, not Luna, UST may go down to like 60, 70 cents on the stablecoin, which means within that one day, a stablecoin lost 30% of its value, which would be horrible. So far, we've only lost at the top 18%, right? But unfortunately, we're still coming down here at this point in time. What are we at? We got back up to 88 cents, but we were just down to 85 cents a few minutes ago. I mean, we got higher lows. I mean, here, let's have fun with this over the next few hours and minutes, whatever. We now have a trend line here. Let's see if we have a crash if we break down below this trend line. If this is trading off of technicals, that would be the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't really follow stable coins too much because they're stable. You don't really do much with them, right? You just kind of put your money in it and you just kind of let it sit until you want to make another transaction. What are we looking at here? Terra's falling again, 88. They might be trying to let the algo do it on its own. I mean, they can try, but this algo is doing a very, very, very bad job, and it doesn't look like they got a really good algo at all in order to do this type of process. Let's see. Heck yeah, regulators are going to use this situation for an excuse to try to regulate stablecoins even more, which will make it a little bit harder. Long term, sure, there's going to have to be more regulations about stablecoins, but I would just kind of, I wish Luna could have got its act together, I guess, here. Right now, Luna is it's at $41. It's about to go to $40 here pretty soon. All right? We're hoping they can find a bottom. But we thought we found a bottom over here, remember? Had another dump, but we were like, okay, maybe it'll just find its way back up. Then all of a sudden it tanked. This was a large investor getting out of it. How many more large investors are going to wait before getting out? Right? Or will the large investor just wait? Who knows what's going to happen here, right? Who knows what's going to happen here? Maybe we can move up right here. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So I'm looking up something on my side. And hey, Michael, I just answered your question about, let's see. Hey, Michael, punching out the streams. Yeah, yeah, I know there was no Amber Heard, Johnny Depp trials today. So what am I gonna do with my life? Just probably talk with you guys and chill out. I mean, this is fine for me. I mean, again, this is the big news of the day isn't that Bitcoin's falling; it's that UST is crashing. Stable again. I know I'm making a big deal about this, but again, a few hours ago, this just had a market cap of 18 billion. It just went to 17 billion dollars here. I don't know how much further this is going to go down. It had to wait for this to update, I think, and that's what caused it. But again, this is number 10 on coinmarketcap.com. This is a pretty big stable coin. If this is falling, that means the entire cryptocurrency market cap is falling quite a bit as well here. This might be the big story of the year. If Luna becomes nothing, like this one, it's a small chance, but there's a chance that Luna can go to zero after all this is said and done. If they cannot get their act together, if they cannot have if they can't figure out this problem. I don't know exactly what the problem is for them. I really don't. But it seems like their problem is really, really bad, and they don't have a way to fix it as of yet, right? Um, we'll see how this pans out, though. We just have to wait it out. But this adds so much more drama because now where we thought we might have a bottom today, maybe that bottom is going to get hit hard, and we're not going to be able to break down out of it. So, or break out of it, break back up. You know, exciting times. And hey, teaser, had to hop off Twitter. It is sucks and stuff. These comments on the devs and pages are hilarious. Damn, I need a stable job. What do you call? Yeah, I mean, it's just bad right now. We can go hop on over to Twitter right now. Um, but I never want to see people losing money, so I'm kind of hoping we go up just so this guy and you guys can make some money if you guys bought the long right there. High risk play for sure, but there's an opportunity there to say the least. Um, well, let me see. Explore trending for you. Amber Heard is a psychopath. That's kind of cool. Um, uh, Shaq. Let's see. Pulitzer. Bitcoin is supposed to be on this. I think Twitter is pushing down Bitcoin off of trending. I think they moved Bitcoin off of trending. That's just my personal thoughts. But I think right now you're seeing such a major event that this should be trending somewhere on Twitter. It doesn't have to be on number one, but come on. It's above Potter. It's above Nightwing. It's above Rob Williams. It's above Friendo. It's above Bannon, Funks, Unwanted Hugs, Wardle. It's above all these things. So I think Twitter is doing something to throttle down Bitcoin um, from trending. And you guys remember I tried to tweet earlier, and when I did hashtag Bitcoin, this wasn't here. Now it is, but this wasn't here the last time I tried to do Bitcoin. I don't know exactly why though, but it's just been an interesting time here. So yeah, how's it doing right now? It's creeping back up here. Let's see if we can manage to hold or if we break back down. Um, Crazy thing to see, guys. Crazy, crazy thing to see what happened in this market. And there we go. Okay. But let me know if you guys want to see any technical analysis on any specific coins. We're just chilling here today, guys. If you have any questions about the overall market, recession, these broad topics that we talk about a little bit here, a little bit there, I'd be happy to discuss them with you guys, especially the CPI numbers and stuff like that. It'll be very interesting to see how the markets in total, like stock and crypto, can hold up with this report coming on Wednesday. We better hope that it's positive just to have a little bit more of a boom. If we don't have positive CPI numbers and the worse than expected, Bitcoin's going down to 28,000 easy, maybe even back down below $28,000, or excuse me, the lows of 28,800 ish levels, and then from there we'll come down pretty hard if we break down. UST right there. Still with the carnage today. Waves is up 2%. All the stable coins are up a little bit because everybody's been selling. Um, it's so crazy to see a stable coin down right now. Look at stable coin down. Oh man, yeah, this is rough. Nothing really up right now. That's a surprise. There was a few things up a while ago, but it looks like everything's kind of everybody's feeling some pain right now. Hey, Wonder Space GLMR. It's been breaking down. It looks like it just opened up a while ago, back in January. This is actually broken down below support, so you're gonna have a hard time finding the right time to buy back into this. This is most likely going to come back down a lot more as Bitcoin capitulates back down further, like to 28,000, even 20,000, if we do make it down that far, right? If you're looking for a good opportunity to buy it, you could buy a little bit every single day to kind of help yourself out and get a good average on it. You could buy some today on support since Bitcoin may hold this level if UST manages to get back up towards $1. So right now you can take an opportunity to buy this. Otherwise, your goal is you're going to be buying on Bitcoin capitulation, which means a long, 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 massive selling volume candle popping up on your screen that looks massive, like as high as the one that was caused back in the crash of 2021 after the all-time highs of 64,000. That then led us to $69,000. Or what you're going to do is if Bitcoin does manage to do the same thing, which it's done a few times in history here, where it got, let me see if I can find Bitcoin right here. There we go. Where every single time we have a major capitulation, we come down to the 200 weekly moving average. If we come all the way back down here, which is around $23,000 at this moment in time, or $21,000 at this moment in time, then you're going to try to buy that specific coin the same time that Bitcoin is running into the 200 weekly moving average. From there, Bitcoin may keep on going down, which may make your altcoin go down, like it did here, there, and there. But if you hold, you'll see that those money to be made just by holding off of that point. So that's what you'd be hoping for most likely. That's really what you guys would be hoping for. But you guys have to be able to buy and then hold for a long period of time, and then we would have to hope that we really stay above this 200 weekly moving average. That's what we're really going to be hoping for here. And right now, Luna is still coming down. Is You can see it's just creeping down a little bit, but Luna is freaking out because of it. All the day traders here are just watching this on one chart and UST on the other chart, and they're trying to trade appropriately. This is a wild day trade. I would not advise going into Luna right now. It's a madhouse over there, because technicals don't mean anything. Technicals mean nothing at this point for Luna, because what you're watching is this. What you're watching is this, and UST is not stabilizing at all right now. It's still going all over the place. But again, they haven't taken out the last 28,000 in Bitcoin. We should be fine. They should hopefully be fine here. And then they might. Let's see. No, I forgot what their channel name is. But I haven't heard any updates from them or the CEO. The CEO is this guy, Do Kwon. I can't pronounce his name properly. I'm sorry. But the last time he said something was 4 hours ago, deploying more capital, steady lads. Um, lads. Um, you know, which capital 42 Bitcoin that you just pulled from the reserve? You know, it's going to be bad. Your size is not size. I don't know what the heck all this means, but yeah. Everything is down. Everything is down. I already lost everything. What did you lose? Oh, bonded, bonded, bonded. Oh, oh. Ooh, yeah. 5% off peg is a lot, and now we're down to 18% off peg. So yeah, this is bad. Yeah, but again, there's Luna. Let's see if it'll fall down below this support level right here. Oh, it just did. Luna's coming down hard. Yeah. Hmm. Good thing right now is Bitcoin. I'm gonna go to 5 minute chart for Luna. Bitcoin is actually holding up fairly well. That's good for us. There is some worry here, but Bitcoin is managing to hold up okay. Now it's not doing great, but it's doing okay, which is all we can really ask for right now. It just had a massive loss on the day. It could try to have a little bit more of a rebound here. Oops. And that's all you can hope for from Bitcoin right now. It's a nice little rally back up. Um, just got to have a stop loss if you guys are buying right now. If you guys have, I'll say it again. If you guys are buying right now, just have a nice safe stop loss, okay? Excuse me. Oosh, talking too much. All right. Oh, what's right here? Uma. Let's see. Be careful with this one. This one just broke down below support today, so it should be coming down even more over the next few days. Maybe it can try to hold this and have a bounce tomorrow, but in the long run here, this thing does not look too solid. It's at all-time lows here. It looks like as well. So you're gonna have to try to time these buy-in points with Bitcoin like we did with the last coin. If this is reaching all-time lows here, this is not going to be good for this coin at all. It'll end up being, you're never gonna know where the bottom is. You're gonna have to time the bottom here with Bitcoin. Is There's no Fibonacci levels. Everything is going down here. Everything is going down, down, down. You know, the next level of support. It's not really even a good level of support. It would have to be if we came into contact with this line right here, and that would be around $2.68 or so. That could have a bounce off of it. But again, if we were to come down that far, just down, that's like another 36% down here. So I would say be careful about this one. If you do want to buy, that's really the trend line you have to be watching right now. Maybe there you go. You got one other one. That's pretty close to where we are now. There you go. That's your next trend line. The next one is a little bit downward below that, but that's what you got. You can try to adjust it here for every single tick, but man, it's going to get harder and harder and harder the more ticks you go up here. So you can do that method. But when you're reaching all-time lows, you're going to be grasping for straws as far as finding out when you're going to find that bottom. It's going to be a lot of guessing on your part, and you have to time it up with Bitcoin. The same thing happens over here with ICP, right? ICP. Oh, why is there an angle line here? ICP has been going down for a long time. Let me go to the weekly chart here. It's been going down for a while, and you can see all-time lows, all-time lows. We broke below those lows over here, came back up a little bit, but ultimately it just keeps on coming down bit by bit by bit. I'm going to start buying ICP here pretty soon, guys. Or I feel like it'll be an okay long-term hold, but short-term, yeah. But my gosh, guys, this is you got to watch out for those coins that are going for all-time lows. They're going to be in a big world of hurt if stuff doesn't stabilize here in the next few hours, I guess, for Luna. But overall, a lot of these coins should still be coming down even more over the next few weeks. We'll see how bad that gets out. A lot of this will depend on inflation data. Hopefully, we can kind of just stay steady Eddie, like go sideways until the inflation data comes out. But if we start moving down before the inflation data even comes out, it'll just be it'll be bad, right? Because if we move down and then we have bad news on top of that, that makes us go down even more. But we're closer to capitulation than right now. That's kind of good. We're ripping the band-aid off here. Sometimes we fall really slowly and gracefully. Other times we fall like a rock, and today we fall like a rock. See. And hey, Mega, Dogecoin is holding strong. Yeah, Dogecoin's down 13% today. It had that hard fall earlier just because of it's still going down. Had that hard fall earlier just because of it broke down below its own trend line here, and that's what everybody else has been worried about. Oh, let me take my boots off here, guys. Oh yeah, boots off. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, everything that is breaking down below technicals first, they're having the worst days. Besides Luna here, and then on top of that. If something has already been breaking down and it's been breaking down for a while, it's not going down by as much as everything else, but it's still going down pretty bad, right? The majority of the coins you see right now are down about 10% to about 20%, unless you're talking about Luna, which is down 40% today. Luna is in a full-out crash mode right now. It's still going down. We broke down. We broke. It's following technicals. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are we going to do with this one? I'm glad I don't have any money in this stablecoin, though. I tell you that. UST is. I mean, there must be a full on panic going on right now inside of that corporation, that company. There has to be. Because you know how many people probably get paid in UST? They're just as a symbol of respect. Hey, I'll get paid in UST because I'm cool and I want to support the company. Oh man. Oh, that's good tea. That's really good tea. But yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just the time we're in, guys. It's just the time we're in. And Bitcoin's taking a little bit more of a dump here as well because of it. See, yeah, yeah. It's just we're in that tight spot, guys. We're in that spot. We're trying to get out of it. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying. Um, Terra is really messing it up everything for all of us, though. But again, I wouldn't necessarily panic until they're forced to take this money out. If they have to take this money out, then there's a real problem. For now, maybe they're just trying to weather the storm, and maybe they think, hey, if enough people sell out, then maybe everybody else is going to be diamond hands, and then we'll just go back up. Maybe that's what they're thinking, right? Maybe, but you know, that's not a good way to manage it if you ask me. Again, I'd be more robust, but again, I have to keep on saying, but again, I am not a expert in these types of affairs. Think of me as a Joe Rogan, any type of character talking about stuff that I know nothing about, but it's fun to talk about. So here we go. Let's talk about it, right? I don't know. Do you guys? When do you guys think this is going to be stabilized? Oh wait, I just asked a poll question that had no question. Did it stop? Let me end that poll here very fast. Maybe it'll let me do another poll here very soon. There we go. Did we find the bottom for today? I'll ask that to you guys. You guys can answer it. Bitcoin's coming down here a little bit more, obviously. UST, I don't think it's come down even more as well. So Bitcoin's just doing its own thing here. But where the bulls kind of had some power, Luna is kind of the black horse messing everybody up right now. I have never seen this type of major crash happen off of a high market cap coin. Again, just a few days ago, I want to remind you guys, Luna was up here with the big dogs, right? Up here, it still is. It's at number 11, but it's falling, right? Uh, Luna is about to be overtaken by Dogecoin again. Dogecoin's about to go above Luna again. It's a crazy time. We'll have to see what the market cap is here. Where is I keep on skipping it. I always skip it for some dumb reason. Oh, it's right above it. You know, this is at 17 billion dollar market cap. We'll have to check back on it in a little bit later to see if that 17 billion went down, but it's not looking any better at this moment in time. It really isn't. It's still creeping around. It's using the old trend as a resistance. Look at this. It's doing the same thing. It may be able to pop up, but it's still trading off of technicals, which is crazy. Which means there's somebody in here trading technicals off of a stable coin. That guy's a legend right there. What's right here? Someone get Bitcoin a cup of coffee. It needs it. Let's see. Hey, Alex, happy to see you, my man. And you said Filecoin? Yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at it. Let's look at it very fast. Filecoin, Tether right now. Let's go to the daily one to kind of zoom out here. Oh, we haven't looked at this coin in a long time. Oh my gosh. It didn't even hold up there. It held up here, okay. Held up here a little bit, dropped down, held it again. What a massacre for this coin right here. Yeah, let's talk about this very fast. Let's go to the weekly chart though to kind of speed this up. We're about to go down to all-time lows here, it looks like as well. That's not really too good, but let's see what we can find as far as our support level. There we go. The next level of support for Filecoin is going to be about $10, the opening price. That may be a good opportunity to buy a bounce off of it. We've had the death cross. It looks like it hasn't been around for too long because this is a weekly chart only. As far as the next breakout, that's going to take a while for that to happen. Let me see what the daily chart here. There's no Fibonacci's that are going to help right now. Nothing like that because we've already come down too much. And we just broke down below the next level of support that we had yesterday. We had that support level. We had that support level right here. Broke down up pretty fast. As far as Filecoin, I would only be buying this if we bounce down to $10, and then from there maybe a day trade. This might come down another $3-4 before Bitcoin finally capitulates, and then it might be a good opportunity. The cool thing on the daily chart is you're finally getting to oversold territory, so maybe there's a chance, if again without all this Luna nonsense going on, there's a chance that we may try to hold and have a short-term rebound up here for a few more days before ultimately getting pushed down again. We may have to cool off a little bit on these drops, so to speak. But right now, your next level of your next buying opportunity is either going to be now or if we drop down to $10. Anything below that, you're going to have to be relying off of Bitcoin technicals only because there's no future levels of support. Once you go to all-time lows, it's over. You got to be trading off of Bitcoin only, and that's it. It's worked out very well for ICP, very, very, very well for ICP. But as far as finding the bottom, whenever it finds the bottom, Bitcoin has also found a little bit of a bottom. But you got to time it properly. So this is going to become a lot more. This is going to become a lot more difficult to trade, unfortunately. But if you just keep an eye on Bitcoin, or you watch the stream and I announce when capitulation has formally happened, then you have a better opportunity to find the bottom on this particular coin. But it can go well down below $10 as well. So that's kind of the bargain you're making right now. If you wanted to buy some for a long-term hold right now, I would not be against that. This should do fine in the long term. Just the short term is where you're going to feel all that pain, unfortunately, on it though. Did it stop falling? It did not stop falling. Jeez. Yeah. Luna's down a little bit more here, a little bit more, unfortunately. Let's see. Hey, kind of day trading. I know, right? Day trading a stable coin. Can you guys imagine that? Let's see. Hey, Moonshine. Yeah, everybody's gonna be hoping for the bottom. I think a lot of people thought today was the bottom. I don't think it's the bottom, but yeah, it's. I agree with you there. I think this Luna stuff really messed everything up, though. I think if we didn't have this Luna problem looming over us right now, I think we most likely would have actually had a little bit more of a relief rally going on right now. We might be above like 32,000, maybe $33,000. But because of this Luna stuff going on, that's it's causing some trouble, and people are very worried about it. Again, you know, there was a run on the bank, so to speak, for UST, right? Well, if UST fails, you might see people start to panic a little bit more about USDC and USDT, right? Tether and a USDC coin. So I don't think they're going to find themselves in much trouble, honestly. But you might see that panic spread a little bit more, and that'll be interesting because that might mean that people move the money out of UST, out of stable coins into just flat out cash, which is going to be wild to see if that happens. But I don't think it's going to happen. But it's just kind of the way everything's working. And there we go. Got rejected from the trend line. We've seen this pattern happen so many times before, and we're getting rejected off of the trend line again. So I'm being dramatic by taking off my glasses, but I'm just scratching my eye. But somebody's trading this. I don't know who. Somebody's trading this. You can't short that. Can't short this, but people panicking. This is a full panic. Now we're down 15% on the day. 85 cents. 15% for the stablecoin down for the day. Bitcoin still going slow. Luna's still going down here. Did they take the money out yet? Nope. Anybody's guess if they figured this out, but it's just not looking too good right now. Uh, hey, Mr. G, everyone is freaking out, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, but rightfully so freaking out. I mean, okay, we're not freaking out because we knew this drop was coming. We all have a plan for it. Awesome. You know, I think I prepared you guys, for the most part, pretty well for this as my job as a YouTuber. But at the same time, you know, there are a lot of new investors out there that have no idea what they're doing. They're just kind of flailing in the wind because they've been listening to all these YouTube gurus or all these Twitter people saying, hey, last week was the bottom. The week before that was the bottom. We're not going down below 35,000. We're not going down below 37,000. We're not going down below 40,000. We're just not going to do it, right? And so people believe them. They bought and they held. And now that we've gone from $40,000 to $30,000, of course people are going to be panicking a little bit here. Remember, guys, TikTokers have massive audiences. Twitter people have massive audiences. YouTubers have massive audiences. There's a lot of people that trust these people, right? And they're very good at what they do as far as entertainment. Remember, I've been joking a lot about making fun of crypto over a lot, right? But again, imagine you're a new investor. You see this guy on Twitter who has 200,000 followers. He says that he found the bottom at $40,000 and he just longed Bitcoin $700,000 at $40,000. Well, you being a new investor is like, whoa, this guy must know what he's doing. I'm joining him. And then just not 4 or 5 days later, Bitcoin's sitting at 30,700. I'd be freaking out too, right? Because your whole perception of what a guru is, like, oh, this guy must know what he's doing because he has so many followers. No, everything is broken right there, right? So I understand why people are freaking out. I really do. But at the same time, it's kind of their fault for not listening or for trusting some random guy on the internet. I feel like I have to earn your trust every time, you know, I kind of hop on the stream, so to speak. But that's why I try to prepare you for these types of events, if you will. So you guys don't have to follow my plan, but I want you guys to have a plan. Excuse me. Oosh. Hey, boy. Yeah. Hey, no worries. Alex, happy to see you. Well, do you think a coin died if it goes below all-time low? No, coins do not die if they go below all-time lows. As long as they have a decent market cap and a good social media following, they'll be fine. The thing about when they reach all-time lows, it's just very hard for them to find that reversal point. It's very hard for people to figure out when to buy in. So what usually happens is it falls,